So my next one is similar to the last one. It's Aphrodite, or Venus, the goddess of love. She's normally got very loose, like really simple white tunic thingy on, romantic classic hairstyle, really nice blush makeup. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy Halloween if you're watching this after Halloween. Today I wanted to do some costume ideas for Halloween because I love Halloween. I really love it. It's my second favorite holiday after Christmas probably. I know what I'm going as this year. I'll do a vlog on it, so I'm not gonna say, but I just had so many ideas this year and I saw so much on Pinterest that I couldn't not like talk about the other ideas I had because I kind of wish I could go as like 20 different things. So I've got literally 20 different costume ideas, so I'm gonna have to run through them quick, but I'm gonna be putting loads of photos up on the screen. I'm going with more like I don't know, you could try and do elegant versions of these. They're a bit more feminine, and as much as I love a funny Halloween costume, these aren't funny Halloween costumes. Actually, one of them's kind of funny. I'm not giving myself enough credit, but so the first one, I'm pretty sure Madison Beer went as this, but it's Carrie from Carrie. So this is the character from the Stephen King novel, which got turned into a few films. One of them was 1976, but then there was one in 2013 with Chloe Grace Moretz. So yeah, that's a really cute one because you can dress up like basically a prom queen, and then you get to just go mad with all of this blood. Like basically she gets blood dumped on her, and that's like when she loses it. So you can have blood running down, you can have bits in your hair, you can have it like all down your neckline and on your dress and everything. So you can get quite creative on the makeup side of things. Also, just a disclaimer, most of my ideas, you can do really easy versions of them, but also you can like elevate it with creative makeup, which there is so much on Pinterest. Like you'll find basically any cool look on Pinterest. My next idea is actually one that my friend went as last year, which is Medusa. This, I think you can make it so sexy. You can also, if you get the right, I guess, plastic snakes off Amazon, maybe you can spray paint them gold or keep them green. You can get creative with your headpiece, and then you can do as much as you want with the makeup. Maybe you could have like slightly scaly makeup, like gold scales, something like that. So you can do a lot with this outfit. It's also a little bit like old Greeky, so the dress shouldn't be too hard. But yeah, you can do a lot with this and still look good. My next one is what I went as last year, which is an angel. This is super basic, but it can be really pretty and feminine if you want. You could also, I don't know if anyone's seen Sandman, but they have a lot of angels in that, so you could go as, you could get really creative. You could go as a dark angel or a light angel. The only thing I would say is that I wore wings in the bar, and it was not a good idea. I almost took my friend's eye out. So the one thing I would say is leave the wings at home, but if you get a cute little halo and like a white dress, and then you can do glittery makeup maybe, something light and minimal, it could be really nice. Next one is, this is another really intense makeup one if you want to, is the Queen of Hearts. I saw some really cool ideas on Pinterest for like to do with Queen of Hearts and just general like card makeup. I know that sounds really weird, like obviously the pictures will make this make a lot more sense, but Queen of Hearts, the only thing is I was thinking of doing this myself, but I found it pretty hard to find like a nice looking dress, because if you Google Queen of Hearts, it's mostly like ugly outfits. Like it's made to be like it's like not a pretty outfit, I guess because she's a mean character. But I think with enough creativity you definitely could make this like nice. Next one that I thought is so cute, and for some reason I've been seeing so much of on Instagram, is Daphne from Scooby-Doo. I don't know if there's a new movie coming out or a new TV show or something, but I keep seeing it coming up on my Instagram. So pretty cute little simple outfit. I'm sure you could either make it from ASOS outfits or buy an outfit on Amazon or something like that. But yeah, it's quite cute. I'm sure loads of people go as Daphne though, so it is a little bit basic, but it's not spooky either, but maybe you could have someone go as like a ghost or a ghoul, or maybe you have a friend go as Scooby-Doo, I don't know. But there's a lot of options also for group Halloween costumes if you wanted to do that. Next one is a classic, and I don't think I'll ever have the confidence to do this one. It's Michelle Pfeiffer from Scarface in that blue dress that she wears when she comes down the stairs and Al Pacino is like just staring at her. She looks so good like that, and I feel like with one of those like easy blonde bob wigs, you could definitely pull this off. You just need a sort of silky emerald green dress, I think. It's a pretty obvious look for anyone who's seen the film or understands that pop culture. You could have, if you have a boyfriend, you could have him go as Al Pacino. I'm sure most guys will be super down for that. But yeah, there's such a gorgeous one. I know it's not spooky, but it's very elegant and beautiful if you wanted to go for that. Next one is pretty much the complete opposite of that. It's The Bride of Frankenstein. I I know the wig for this is a bit intense, but I feel like you could get creative with it and like make it a bit more elegant. But it's such a classic. You can just have your boyfriend or whoever go as Frankenstein and you're sorted pretty much. So that's a nice one. Now getting a bit more like creative, you could go, if you had a friend and you want to do a pair outfit, you could go as the sun and the moon. I saw this image on Pinterest and I was like, oh my gosh, that's going on the list. It's so pretty, but like super simple. So I think you can leave it pretty basic and it still be obvious what you are, or you could like really elevate it, depending on how much time you have to plan your outfit. And then obviously the amount of ideas for makeup there is crazy. You could do all sorts of things with your makeup, so, you know, that's a nice idea. It kind of reminds me of the Devil and the Angel, which me and my friend went as last year. You can either have matching makeup or matching outfits, or you can both go slightly different routes and make it your own thing. But yeah, if I didn't have an idea for Halloween, I might go as that. I think it would be really cute. Next up is a classic. It's a witch, but the Kendall Jenner witch from like last year or the year before. It's really simple, but she looks really nice. I'm going as a witch this year and I'm trying to figure out how to make it more, I don't know, more like less basic, but I feel like going as a witch always is basic. But you can look absolutely amazing as a witch. But yeah, a witch is, if you're super creative and you just want like a real basic idea to start you off, then a witch. You can do all sorts of things with a witch. You can go as a red witch, a black witch, a white witch. You could do the Wicked Witch from The Wizard of Oz, or Wicked, and go completely green. There's just so many different things you can do with a witch. Okay, number 10 is an ancient Greek. I know this is, I guess in America, if you're in a sorority, this doesn't even count as a Halloween costume because everyone does it for those sorority days. Can't remember exactly which ones they are. I feel like you can get quite creative with an ancient Greek. If you're into ancient Greek culture anyway, I've got some more ideas coming up about like the Greek gods and stuff. But ancient Greek is, you can definitely do it as like a last minute costume. Just get like an old sheet and then find a thing of a laurel headband thing. That's a pretty simple one, honestly, but I still think it can look quite cute. Next is, keeping with the pop culture quite a lot, is a Lord of the Rings elf. Because Lord of the Rings has just come up with a new TV series, I'm pretty sure. Rings of Power, maybe? But I was watching it with my boyfriend and I noticed that the elves, there's such a variation of looks. So if you get like a blonde wig, or if you already are bleach blonde, I don't know, feel like that's quite trendy at the moment. And you can go as a really beautiful elf as well. So definitely recommend that one. This is, okay, number 12, I feel like a bit of a cheater here. It's Tiffany from Chucky, but I've never seen Chucky. This might be a really dumb suggestion. I've seen some people go as quite cute Tiffany's. So yeah, you could also go real good with the makeup on this one. This is another one where there's a lot of possibilities for makeup. It's also a bit more punk rocky, so like less feminine if you wanted to do, if you did want to do something a little bit more like edgy. This is definitely one that allows for that. Next one is Bacchus the Wine God. This is quite an individual one. I don't feel like I see this a lot. Pretty simple like the ancient Greek, but you can really go ham with like the fake grapes and like vine leaves and stuff. I didn't find that much on Pinterest for this one, but there is quite a famous painting that you can maybe base your look off. It also maybe could be a conversation starter because it's not very obvious who you are. So my next one is similar to the last one. It's Aphrodite, or Venus, the goddess of love. She, I don't know, you probably can't see, but I've got the edge of a painting of her, the Botticelli one. But I saw a version, like she's not normally dressed in the paintings of her or the sculptures. She's normally got very loose, like really simple white tunic thingy on. It's not super interesting. But I saw this little illustration from DeviantArt by someone called Fat Lemons on DeviantArt, and it came up on my Pinterest, and their version of Aphrodite has this like gold corset and then like a sheer blue skirt. I thought that was such a nice idea because obviously corsets are everywhere at the moment, so you could find a gold one or just order one offline, then put like this very like slightly see-through piece of fabric over you. I think that could be really nice. And then because she's the goddess of love, you can have a really like romantic classic hairstyle, really nice like blush makeup, maybe bits of gold on your eyelids, something like that. But she's a very romantic figure, so that's an option. I was really tempted by that one, honestly. I'm hoping maybe next year, if I go in a group Halloween costume like I am this year, we could all go as different Greek goddesses. I think that could be really cute because you're all still linked up, but you all have your own look at the same time. Okay, this one is based off a very specific TikToker content creator's idea, but Vicky C did this, oh, this gorgeous photo she took of herself. So she's gone for a bit of a like, it's kind of like Bridgerton core, but she's got these really nice white opera gloves on and like pearls and then a white headband, and then like a really fancy corset, which I don't know where she got it, but I'm pretty sure you can like recreate that with like the ribbons if you wanted to just get a regular corset and make it look like hers. But I mean, I think this is a pretty easy way to recreate royalty, some kind of royalty outfit. Super simple. It means you don't have to do any kind of massive expensive dress or anything for Halloween. You could just sort of do a nice corset and then maybe a floor length skirt, if that. Maybe just a little skirt is enough. You could keep it really simple, and then the makeup would just be quite romantic and classic. Or you could even, I mean, with all of these ideas, you could go with zombie version of blah or dead version of blah. So you could add all sorts of makeup to this if you wanted to make it a bit more interesting. But yeah, shout out to Vicky C, because that photo, like, as soon as I saw it, I was like, okay, royalty is definitely going on the list. I've never thought of going as that for Halloween before, but when I saw that picture, I was like, okay, cool, that would work. This next one, number 16, is, I'm pretty sure Molly May went as this one year. Let me find the picture. Yeah. So it's Miss Halloween, which is such a creative idea. I'd never heard of it before. But Molly May did a version where she dresses as like a pageant queen, and then she just added like a cut around her neck. You could get as gory as you want, and then you could do regular pageant makeup over the top, and then just get like a cute little tiara and I guess a sash, which I assume you can get online for pretty easy, or you could try making it in a pinch. Next one is a bit of an evil twist on the Aphrodite Venus costume I was saying about earlier. This one is Hades. I got my main idea from the same artist, Fat Lemons on DeviantArt, and they've gone for this like black and red kind of long flowy outfit. So you could do like, if you have darker hair, you could just do it with like a red lip and then heavy eyeliner, and then pretty much come up with whatever you want for the bottom of the outfit. If you just have like an easy black dress, that's easy. You could also, I mean, you could do all sorts of stuff. You could look at the Medusa makeup, because a lot of the Medusa pictures that I put up were quite creative. I know I'd never actually have the courage to do it myself, but those white contact lenses that like white out your eye, I think they could be quite cool for a Hades outfit. So yeah, you could do all sorts of the makeup. You could have really heavy dark makeup, or you could have really heavy red makeup. Next one is kind of stupid, but if you're into old movies, then I'd suggest going as the girl from The Birds. Let me look up her name. Tippi Hedren. But she wears that like green pantsuit, and she has like blonde curly hair, and she gets attacked by a bunch of birds. I wasn't convinced about this outfit until I saw it on Pinterest, and I saw the pure creativity that's gone into it. If you wanted to do something that was a bit more DIY and also kind of funny, people have managed to get birds to stick out of them and like as if they're coming towards them, so maybe like little metal wires coming off with like fake birds attached. I don't even know how you do this, but it's such a distinct look that I could not put it in. She's also very glamorous. It's very old Hollywood if you wanted to go for something more classic and elegant but also still be in Halloween. It's kind of like a more interesting version of like going as Audrey Hepburn for Halloween, because that, I do think that's been overdone a little bit. But if you still wanted to go for that sort of time period, I mean, this film came out in the 60s, so a similar kind of time period. If you wanted to do that but without being basic, then Tippi Hedren from The Birds, I think that would be a good idea. Next one is another thing that you can get endlessly creative with, is a fairy. There's so much on Pinterest. It became a bit of a trend a couple years ago, but there are some really nice ones where they've used those like elf ears and like these really beautiful intricate wings. Again, I would recommend wings for the Instagram photos, but not for the bar. They're really awkward. Like you turn around and you just smack 10 people in the face. It's definitely recommend against wearing wings to a bar, but for the Instagram photos it's really cute. And fairy makeup, there's endless possibilities for this. Basically you can really make it your own. Right, the last two, since I don't really have like a proper idea for my 20th idea, I've just put in two mini ones, which are, so my 20th one is again sort of pop culture-y now. It's Maddie and Cassie from Euphoria. You can do this as a pairs outfit or you can just do it on your own, but I mean, Maddie's makeup in Euphoria is always amazing. And the cheerleader costume is so cute that I think it should be fairly simple to find online, I assume. But like going as a cheerleader is always so cute, so I put that in there at last minute. And number 20, I saw these girls do like sexy Peaky Blinders, and I thought that was really cute. This is a bit more like not super feminine, so if you, I mean, depends how you do it. These girls have gone for like knee-high tights, which is really cute, and then little corsets, but like again this is fairly obvious what you're going as. So the only thing is really can't do that much with the makeup. You could go for like a beat up Peaky Blinder maybe. One person I wouldn't recommend going as for Halloween is someone that I had on my list, which is Marilyn Monroe. I took her off my list because the film that's come out about her recently has been questionable. So I don't really think it would be in good taste to go as Marilyn Monroe this year. Just because there's another film that's come out about the abuse she went through, and you know, a lot of people have been quoting that one of the last lines that she said, or one of the last things she said, which was "Don't make me a joke." So I did take her off the list because I'm sure she wouldn't have wanted to be seen as a Halloween costume. So that's something I definitely won't be doing in the future, but I thought I would add that in at the last minute just because she was on my list and then the film came out and I was like, actually this might not be a good idea at all. So that's my only don't dress as her for Halloween. That would be my recommendation. But yeah, I hope some of these have inspired you slightly. There's a lot to work off here, so even if you're not going as one of these 20, but there might be something inspiring on the list that you can use as a jump off to find your Halloween costume. But yeah, I hope these are useful, and let me know in the comments if you use any of the ideas. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!